Okay, so now we've added checklists to the file that actually threw in checklist items that are attributed to the checklist. And this actually allows us to calendar something, or if it's already calendared and it says due. So it's due, it's a verb, it's due. It's already been done for us, 2/5/21, 3 days after acceptance date, which is the earnest money. The option fee was calendared 3 days after acceptance date. Okay. Those are by law, 3 days. Okay. Now, the option period, typically it's 10 days. We would go back into the contract and look at it, but it is 10 days on this one. And this is a verb, calendar. So we need to calendar this. And this is the date we need to start to calendar. These things are due. These are due dates. So on 2/21, which is today, we need to calendar this option period. So what I do, since this is a task, I can't do it from here. So remember, tasks are calendar items. Documents are document items. So I'm going to go into my task. And remember this one that I'm looking at. To go on my task, I can actually do all these. And I'm going to go down here, and it's going to say my calendar. Here it is, calendar, calendar, and calendar. So I need to calendar these ones, okay? I could add the survey. I could add the checklist if I wanted to from this as well, but I usually do it from the checklist items, because tasks, checklists include tasks and documents. So if I look at my checklist, I should see all my tasks and my documents. Now I can specifically go into tasks where we're at to calendar things. So I'm going to calendar this. I'm going to calendar this option period. And so what happens is, the first thing I'm going to do, instead of calendar, I'm going to have to say due. And I want this is going to come up on a calendar. So I also want to have the option period end date. And I'm going to have the address put in here as well. So when I get my calendar, I look at it, I know it's a due, the option period end date, and it's for this address. Okay. I don't need a description, but I want to come down to the date, and it's related to a transaction date, which is the effective or acceptance date. And I know it is after the acceptance date. And I know it is 10 days after the acceptance date. And I'm going to hit a reminder, which is the option period is going to be 1 day before. Okay. And I'm going to share it, but I'm not going to share it with Virginia. I'm going to have Camille in here from this point on. Okay. So, notified assigned members, notify owner on status change, and notify all assigned users to this tasks. Okay. So everybody gets notified on this stuff. Okay. And then I'm going to save it. And so what happens is, it changed it to due, and it's due February 12th, which was 10 days after the acceptance date. If I went back into my checklists, okay, it has changed it, due option period, and you see how the due date has now changed it to 2/12/21. That's the date that it's due now, and we changed from calendar to due. That's an important part, and the reason why, if I go back into my tasks, I can show my tasks either by a line item, or I can show it by a calendar. I can filter, or I can count. So if I wanted to see what the calendar looked like, okay, there it is. That's the one we're talking about. And if I look at it, I know it's for Hidden Oaks, and it's due option period end date. Okay. So it's going to notify me a day before, but I can look at my calendar every day and make sure everything's done. This was today. These are all these things that need to be done. So you're going to go back into your checklist item, and you're going to see what's due. Again, I know I need to calendar things. Due delivery of earnest. Okay, no, done. Okay, I need a calendar approval of financing. So I would go into my tasks. Really, you can go into all your tasks and do the things that are, say, calendar close of